A harrowing journey for a Costa Mesa couple whose daughter was born in Ukraine via a surrogate on February 22nd. We spoke to the new parents today about the fear and what it took to get across the border.
On February 24th, while I was still in the hospital, I woke up around 6 a.m. and I heard I heard explosions. We saw a mass exodus of people going into the streets, going to the grocery stores. The lines at the ATM were wrapped around the corner. Gas station lines were, hundreds of cars deep. It was a totally different situation than what had been going on in the days before. So my husband and I got in a car at 7:30 a.m. and what I thought was like a 6 to 8 hour drive turned into a 27-hour drive. So that's when my husband and I decided to get out and walk. And we walked 8 miles based on Apple Maps. And each time it was just worse and worse and worse. And there were kids in cars, people kept camping out in cars. The cars weren't moving. The engines were turned on. It smelled like gas everywhere.
By the time I made it up to the gate, only women and children were allowed to pass. There were thousands upon thousands of people continuing to arrive, and the situation was continuing to get more volatile, and people were getting more desperate, especially when the air raid started in Lviv, when you could hear the bombings happening just within earshot. That really drove up the amount of despair and sense of urgency to try to escape the border. We're overwhelmed that we're in a position of safety now. There's also a sense of guilt for being able to escape and knowing that we're gonna be okay. We've got our home and our daughter to go back to, while so many others we know are still struggling to escape or have nowhere else to go, and they want to live free, and they do not want this war.
As for their surrogate, this was her apartment before and then after it was bombed. Take a look. They say luckily she is safe and back in her home village with her own family. The couple plans to bring their new daughter home this coming week once they can get a flight out of Poland.